day. Some urban sounds there. Hey, coming up at 2 o'clock, we have Groove Central with Big B, urban and hip-hop sounds from across Native America. And this is homegrown music from the band 218, and they're going to be performing tomorrow at the Hillfest back in my neighborhood in right at the corner there of 6th Avenue East and 4th Street. They block off the street and fill it up with fun music and culture. And one of the guys that's going to be there is Daniel Oyinlowe. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I guess we crossed over into afternoon, didn't we? And who's with you, Daniel?
Okay, I'm with one of the artists of JeRecords. His name is Illmyk. Illmyk, say hello.
Hello.
So
thanks for having us.
I said homegrown music, and but I'm sensing from talking to you that people might pick up that you're of Duluth, but you're not from Duluth. How did you get to us?
Okay, so I was actually I'm Nigerian. I was born in Nigeria, and I moved up to the United States about 10 years ago. I came up to Duluth for school in 2004, and I've been in Duluth ever since. And I guess it's slowly becoming home.
Okay, tell me about this gentleman you have with you.
My name is Illmyk. Well, I go by the real name is Ubong, and my last name is Okon. But I go with the show name Illmyk. I'm an artist for JeRecords, and just like Daniel said, our stories are kind of similar. I'm also from Nigeria, and I moved over here to the United States in 2003, and music has always been my passion. So when I met Daniel, we all clicked, and we just decided to come up with the group JeRecords, and here we are now.
I've seen you guys perform probably 4 or 5 times, and it seems like you're really involved in a lot of community events and doing outreach. I know that Daniel, I also know from work with East Hillside Patch, which is kind of a cool community organization for youth. What is it about blending cultures and sharing with the youth that seem to be such an important part of 218?
The cool thing about 218, the band, is that we're kind of like 218. The artists on 218, we have Amy and Noni and myself and OBJ, and then we also collaborate with other artists from JeRecords. And I feel like the group itself kind of brings a very unique style when it comes to cultures, because we all have our unique experiences and our unique stories, and we bring it together, and it makes for good music.
Yeah, I make it edible. Then to all these haters, share my lyrics are flexible. You should get to know me if you haven't or don't know me. Know my homie, you can blow me cause your lyrics are baloney. Yeah.
Everybody gotta take some time out. Everybody gotta do what gives them the natural high. Sometimes.
Working with East Hillside Patch and working with the kids, I guess one of the things that I would say I like to advocate for and stand for is the importance of giving as many people a voice to, tell their stories and speak out about their different cultures, and I think it's important.
Right.
Speaking of that, both you guys talked about growing up in Nigeria, and this being Native American radio, you guys are Native Africans, and you've. But I mean, there's been some similarities there, like resources. I think one of the things that I think of when I think of Nigeria is unfortunately not the beautiful people or the culture, but some of what some people would call exploitation of the land by foreign companies. Is that ever something that you talk about with your Native American friends or other people about what's happening back home, and does that inform your music at all?
Yeah. I mean, we try to talk about Nigeria, it's where we're from, a lot, to people so that they pretty much understand where we came from. Most of us, we came from like the villages, we didn't have a lot of good life or anything like that, but we worked hard, and a lot of our friends here relate to the same stories, especially those ones that are not privileged, like others. But I mean, saying that, there's nothing against those that are privileged, but it's all about being hardworking and understanding, seeing your dream and just following it, understanding why, your purpose in life. So that's what we basically do when it comes to educating people with our music.
And also just like when we do our conversations, when we have conversations with friends, both our American Indian friends and my other minority friends and just my friends in general about Nigeria, and especially how it's also you talk about exploitation by oil companies or other big companies, things we see on our media, the media outlets here. I mean, most of the things we relate to each other on those things, because it's true. There's a lot of those things happen where you feel like your resources are not well managed at home, but then that also has to do with leadership and a lot of government stuff too. So it's very similar, and we do discuss these things here, and we tell it also in our music.
Both of you guys have had a journey. You've had a road to climb and maybe even claw. But I hear a lot of positivity. I was just listening to that song there. You can hear Amy just singing about, doing, well, we'll play it again. But you can hear that message. I mean, what is it about coming from a very low material background? Is there some, like, cultural wealth or family wealth that or spiritual wealth that gives you the power to do these things? Because I mean, if I think about it, just growing up in a tough circumstance, and speaking of Hillfest, it's a beautiful neighborhood, but there's some rough stuff there. I mean, how do you climb beyond that? What is it? What's fueling it? What's behind it?
Yeah, it's I would say it's basically staying positive and dreaming. It's all about dreams. Like I remember when I was in Nigeria, I used to dream. I want to do something big. I want to inspire people. I want to do more than this. I want to get away from Nigeria and go somewhere and, tell my story. And I think just going to music and staying focused has brought me to the direction that I really wanted to be. I mean, I don't really think I'm there yet, but I'm still working hard towards reaching that goal.
From sun up to sundown, I give God the glory. Like birds we be flying straight to the top. Put your hands up, cause we never gonna stop,
Yeah, and I mean, just to add to what Il said, I mean, I think personally, it's in everyone. I think everyone has the power to climb, and everyone has the power. According to the song, the New Day song, we all have the power to really reach within ourselves. It could be a spiritual journey. It could be it depends on where you take your inspiration, where you take your source of power from, but. For me personally, it's always been also God himself. I think, God has been a very huge focus in my life, and he's been able to help me reach where I need to, bridge most of my both psychological and both personal journeys as I go on. Just, it brings me through.
What about your connection, just the two of you guys and your band and your other friends and things around you? I mean, talk about that relationship.
Right. What happened with 218 is 218 we started as a local band, and it was Amy, myself, Daniel, and OBJ. Right. And we used to we did shows around Duluth a lot of community events, Juneteenth, we did Pizza Luce. We got involved very much. And over time, we found Illmyk came through, and he couldn't stop recording every time. So it just was only right that he joined. We met Illmyk, and then we met OvieSo, which is the other guy on the label. And ever since, we've been networking with a lot of artists and meeting new people. But, I mean, we've been together, I'd say, roughly about 7 years altogether. So it's been a journey.
God damn bless me, send me pillar of fire. Devil try and test me, but I caught him a liar. Now I'm going higher, yes, I'm getting hotter than my tie. Oh boy, yeah, my brother, my sister.
I want to hear more about this label because it's new to me. I don't know how new the label is, but the JeRecords.
Yes, JeRecords, we decided to come up with the label because the whole point of the label is to bring creative artists who are good at their art, and also people who want to just do music but don't have much of the resource to do so, who are passionate about it. Right. And that was the whole idea, because we always do. We have some equipment for recording. We have some networking in the community that helps with mastering. Eric Studios in the
Sacred Heart.
Right. Yes, and we decided to just bring artists together, give them the platform to do their music, and that's the idea of JeRecords. JeRecords, we started it shortly after 218, and it's all the artists in 218, and including 2 other artists.
So this is another one of your efforts that you're just passionate about and pushing for, and it's growing.
Right,
yeah. And also, we put a lot of efforts into our lyrical content. We feel that our music should be more educative, so we try to educate people, and tell people that the world could be a better place, if we instill change, if we act positively, and be in good moral standings, So our musical is basically an educative, and that's the part that we follow.
We emphasize on.
Yeah, we emphasize.
Not to say we don't have fun. We do have fun sometimes.
So.
How did you find Amy? I mean, she's got this. When you guys are on stage, there's this striking. You got the DJ. You've got. I'm trying to think the last time I saw you guys. Anyway, but you've got like a DJ and some keyboards, and you got all these guys, and then you have this very clearly white girl that's out there with you guys, but when she opens her mouth, you just hear soul coming out of it.
Right. Amy, I'll tell you, man. I actually was the one, man. I was the one that met with Amy at the beginning when we formed 218. Yeah. And I had heard her in a choir. She used to sing a UMD choir back in the day. I heard her sing, and I was blown away. I knew I had to work with her. So I approached her. I was like, Amy, you know what? I'm this skinny Daniel guy. I'm trying to do, hip-hop, and I've been working on some stuff. If you want to hear it out. And, she listened to my stuff and said, oh, my God, I like who made the beat. And then I introduced her to OBJ, and then that's kind of how it started. And then we actually started our first together in the studio. We had a studio session at Sacred Heart, and OBJ told Amy to go to the mic and do something, and that's how we started. So it was meant to be. It was just we all kind of were looking for the same things. I would say that was the common factor. Right. We were looking to share our music, and we all had we had similar passions for the kind of music we wanted to make.
Is this headed to like mainstream radio and music videos and things like that, or are you more of a touring, more of a community organizing, and as you say, bringing together like a collective? It sounds like is part of what's happening.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to limit ourselves. We're going to do the best we can in every community we are. I mean, right now we're in Duluth for now, and in the next 2-3 years, I don't know what the future holds, but we do as much as we do music videos, we do different styles of music. We're kind of like that. I don't think we're limiting ourselves. We're going to do as much as we can do because some of my influences in rap, there's some lyrics where there's this phrase they say, if you can, why stop at the block? You got to just keep doing as much as you can. And go as far as you can.
What can we expect at Hillfest tomorrow? First of all, where are you going to be? When are you going to be? And what can people expect from a 218 show?
JeRecords, we're going to be there at 3:30. Yeah, we're going to be there at 3:30, and the event is going to be held at East 4th Street from 5th Avenue East to 7th Avenue East, and it will be open only to non-motorized traffic during this time. And street vendors, musicians, artists, hula hoops, all that, so...
From us, JeRecords, I guess we expect a good show. Expect something that we have new songs that we're going to be performing. I've been rehearsing with Illmyk for the past 2 days.
We're still practicing, and
hold on a second. I gotta say this. There is that's another element. It's almost, I don't want to say jazz, but it's like a jazz consciousness where you guys are kind of riffing off of each other or are improvisation. Am I right there?
Right. When you talk about improvisation, in what context?
I just mean you got, like you were just talking about, we got the show tomorrow, but we're working up some songs. Like you're always working on something new or a different way to do things.
We're very particular about our audience, and we always, we've done Hillfest about 3 years now, I think. Right. So we know that they're going to be expecting a bit of similar stuff, but they're also expecting new stuff from us. So we're always trying to bring new stuff up. So you're right. We do improvise when we have a show. If we have a show, let's say we had a show in Chicago, and we knew that the audience is a bit different too. We try to rework things and make things work for where we're going to. Right,
and to add with that, we just want to bring the best from us to the community as well. So practicing really helps a lot, and we'll bring some of our own materials, but also our new materials. Whatever we can to make the show a success.
Okay, this sounds great. I'm going to be here on Fond du Lac Res, but as soon as I can, I'm going to get out and I'm hoping to check out the show and see you guys live there at Hillfest tomorrow.
Thank you.